Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and meditation, yoga and Buddhism. Welcome. Today is Thursday, June the 27th, 2019. I'm just going to proceed recording some of my discoveries, recent discoveries, a fantastic treasure of wisdom I discovered very recently. And originally, these were the works of the Venerable Master Singyung. For those who are not aware of who Master Singyung is one of the greatest Buddhists alive today. He was born in 1927. In his 90s, he established the Fo Guangshan. Fo Guangshan historically is responsible for bringing Buddhism to Africa through the Nanhua, the giant foundation, Nanhua Foundation, and the African Buddhist Seminary in Bronkhorstpoort, Johannesburg, South Africa. Also, some of his works is established University of the West, formerly Sila University in Rosemead, California, here in the United States. Master Singyung is a very great advocate of education of humanity, the whole world. He has several universities established all over the world. I'm going to read to you some part of the wisdom drawn from Master Singyung's collection. We all look for a bountiful harvest in life. For instance, farmers want a bumper crop, investors a good return on their capital, and students higher grades. If we wish for good results, we must first make the sacrifices and do the work hard. The following are 4 keys to a bountiful harvest. 1. I call these the golden treasures from the great Master Singyung. If we want a bumper crop, we must till the land. If we want a good harvest, we must plow in the spring and cultivate in the summer so that we may have enough grain to store in the autumn. In this way, we will not have to worry about the severe winter. Likewise, writers till their creation on paper as they burn the midnight oil, devoting their life to their art. Teachers patiently write on the blackboard, guiding their students in a tireless effort so as to establish their character and intellect. Chan practitioners, that is Zen, Chinese call it the Chan, Japanese call it the Zen. Chan practitioners cultivate their mind field with every successive thought as they seek to break through delusion and settle their body and mind. 2. If we want good fortune, we must be generous in giving. Good fortune allows us to live in comfort, and it is something we all want. However, we must first plant the seed of giving if we are seeking good fortune. Such is the course, such is the effect. If we do not give, others will not give to us either. Without contributing anything, it is difficult for us to gain anything. Therefore, giving is planting seeds, and with the seed of giving, we will enjoy the fruit of wealth. 3. If we wish for longevity, we must be compassionate. Most people like to pray to gods and deities for prosperity, a long life, and happiness. The truth is that gods, bodhisattvas, and Buddhas do not give us good fortune or a long life. It is only ourselves who can do so. If we give people joy, respect their rights, and assist them accordingly, we can naturally live a long life. Human life is not just the number of years our physical body can live. It is the lengthening of our life of wisdom. In seeking fortune, one should seek lasting fortune. In seeking fortune, one should seek lasting fortune. In wishing for longevity, one should wish for the infinite life of wisdom. Moreover, our life does not only reside in our body, but lives in our words, virtues, and career. When we can leave our mark in history, our compassion to society and beauty in the world, we will be living much longer lives. Finally, 4, the 4th golden treasure from the great master If we want wisdom, we must cultivate prajna, intelligence, and wisdom. Intelligence and wisdom are not bestowed by heaven, nor do they materialize out of thin air. If we want wisdom, we must cultivate prajna. Prajna is our innate nature, our true face, and the origin of all wisdom. Cultivating prajna is the cultivation of our mind. When our mind is clear, then everything can be understood. Prajna is thus the treasury of life. In conclusion, the great Master Singyung writes, ultimately, this in a nutshell now, he concludes, ultimately, we should not only look for a bountiful harvest in the material world outside of ourselves, but we must also cultivate our spiritual or inner world. The latter is the way to attain a true harvest that can last over time. Folks, this is a work of meditation, guys. You guys are going to have to do this great work of meditation. You have to really go back to your quiet temples of serenity, temples of peace, and reflect and meditate on these treasures, these vats of wisdom. I discovered them a couple of months ago, and even since then, I've been finding it hard to read sutras. And I always say Master Singyung is a master of Buddhism. So, I used to read the sutras a lot, the Heart Sutra, the Amrita Sutra, the Lotus Sutra, 28 good chapters of the Great Lotus Sutra from the Buddha, the Diamond Sutra, Medicine Buddha, Sutra of Medicine Buddha. I've read all these sutras in English, in Chinese, started work translating into Asian language, African language. It's been really fantastic. But since I discovered this library, this wisdom library of the great master, nearly 400 fantastic masterpieces, they just address any questions you might have in life right now. Any questions you might have in life right now, you need to walk into this great library of the Venerable Master Singyung, and you will just find answers to your questions. It's so direct, so fantastic, so daily, so real. These answers, these are things, everyday questions you have in life, in business, in family. These are the answers. They are a fantastic collection of nearly 400 masterpieces of wisdom, basic wisdom. They just deal with question and answer. They are almost what I'll call oracles. They are oracles. They are resources of wisdom, treasures of wisdom, folks. Reflect and meditate on these as I disseminate them to you. Namo Amitofo.